People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called Dance with the Devil, and you get FUCK. Your mother always tell you, be very careful about the friends that you keep. Taking it even further, be even more careful about the people that you get into relationship with. Always take the good with the bad. So therefore, whenever you get in any sorts of relationship with anybody, for the advancement of your career, for financial gain, and you know that this person is an evil, wicked, serial type of KILLER, has a couple of bodies on his head, be very careful. That person is usually obsessive because he has no sorts of conscience. He is mostly going to be jealous, and he will take you away, not because him have facts that you're cheating, not because him have facts that you're dissing him. It is in his natural instinct to not rationalize anything. That is what makes him the type of criminal he is. He is unconscionable. I am speaking about dancehall artist Medic that has been missing for a couple of weeks or so. I told you in a video that I did previously, based on information from family members and friends that know her, that the person who is responsible for her losing her life was her boyfriend / road manager. In the video that I did previously before, I said he lives overseas, him left, and then him ordered the takeaway of this girl. He was instrumental, mastermind. He was a part of the intricate plot for trick her and KILL her, make her go missing, never to be found, fed to the fishes. Now people, this was based on information that I got from family members and friends. That is the information that they had. They knew that she was dating somebody, and she told them that somebody lived overseas. They had an inclination, an idea that that person might have been financing her. However, people, the facts are now out, and that person's name is Mr. Dwight Gale, OC White Knights. This person has been incarcerated since 2012. So therefore, that is 11 years ago. Medic is now 29, or the last known age is 29. So therefore, minus 11 from 29 would take her to 18. That means she must have been seeing him before he went in at the big yard, or she must have met him after him going at the big yard. Based on the information that I got before, is that this relationship was about a year young or old, however you want to call it. That means she must have met him afterwards, about a year or so ago. How is that even possible that you meet somebody in the big yard, not on the street, and that person is in a relationship? That person is your road manager. How is that road manager role going to happen when that person is locked up? Is that person going to get furlough every time that you go on the road, every time that you have a gig, every time that you are on tour, which she's an up and coming, so therefore she has not toured as yet, or she won't be touring anymore, because we are assuming that she is gone. So here's the story. This man has been locked up from 2012. However, when she talked to her family, maybe the sister know, but the sister is not saying. Maybe close friends know, but they are not saying. So the family was of the assumption that the purse is out and free, because that is the impression that she gave. However, based on information, it is said that when this youth called because she don't want the family know who she talk to, him call for Magic Jack. Now, if you are not familiar with this Magic Jack, it is one of those apps. I know that they used to have a physical piece before. This is back in the days from BlackBerry messaging. I did not know that it still exists. I guess they must have updated it and then you can use it. So based on the information, it is said that he was using the Magic Jack from prison, so people won't know, or the people in the prison, meaning the CO, meaning the officers, would not know where the call is coming from. It is not easily tracked. However, based on my limited knowledge of how it works, you need internet. You need some sorts of data to make it run. So therefore, obviously, this man have some sorts of data that he is using and making calls to this girl, which he calls on a regular basis. There was also a next person that was supposed to be the road manager. That man's name is Mark. Mark, known as M1, was taken out in Hanover in about March of 2023. We are talking about a couple of months ago. Word on the street that it is because Mr. Gale was jealous. Mr. Gale was getting information that M1 and his girlfriend was supposed to be in some sort of relationship. So therefore him get jealous. Whether that was a fact or not, people may not know. As far as the family is concerned and friends, she was in a relationship with a road manager. Was that road manager Mr. Mark M1, or was that road manager the person that is presently incarcerated from 2012, 11 years ago? Now people, here's the thing about some of these young girls and why they get themselves in the predicament that they get themselves in. And this is my disclaimer. If you're in a relationship and you're even using that person, you are the worst of the worst. It's still, under the law of the land, gives nobody any sort of justification to take you out. However, when you are dealing with somebody whose natural instinct it is to eliminate anything that he felt or feels threatened about, you should know that it comes with the territory. So therefore, if him get jealous, if him dream, say I cheat, more than likely he is going to do something to take you out of here or even hurt you at best. What I don't understand is how somebody that has been locked up for so long is making calls to the outside world, is ordering all sorts of hits, because it is said that he is locked up for the takeaway. It is said that he is the person who is a suspect in Mark M1 losing his life. It is said that his name has been calling up in some sorts of MEDIKK'S, in a St. Elizabeth, amongst others. So therefore, how is it that when we hear the relevant authority in charge of correction come out and them say, them a build new cell that is going to block any sort of data, block any sort of whatever technology that is out there? It seems as if that is furthest from the truth. It seems as if these people still have access to these devices and they are using it. And they are using it for not only communication, for all the wrong reasons, meaning that they might take out innocent people or even those that are not so innocent. Them ups their opposition. Now people, here's the thing, and I hope that a lot of these young girls that are out there should have learned from Slickiana, and will learn from this girl Medic also. There's pros and cons to everything. If you're going to get the money, if you're going to take the good, then you have to tell yourself, say, I will also or might get the bad, and the bad is as worse as it can get. You can lose your life. Now the fact that this man has been incarcerated and in some sorts of relationship, it tells you, well, people in a prison can find love, but people, I hardly doubt it. This seems as if this was love of convenience. This was love Medic want for boss, or maybe she genuinely loved them people. Me never did it. Me not hear none of the conversation, but me just ask. It seems as if both of them, especially the man that is locked up, is very delusional. Because first thing first, don't know if you're the road manager or M1 is a road manager. There's conflicting reports on that. How are you going to manage somebody, or even worse, be them road manager, when you can't even come on the road? And then again, people, this is a justice system in Jamaica. It is corrupt. So maybe every now and then, as needed, him get furlough, him pay them a thing and him out. Because obviously, this man must have been making some sorts of money. Because obviously, based on information that is out there, whomever is our road manager, whether M1 was cheating with her and they were cheating against Mr. Gale, somebody have some sorts of money as spent. So therefore, the money must have been coming from someplace, some sorts of more than likely ill-gotten or illicit means, people. Me no know, me just assume. So therefore, the system lapses again. The system is indirectly responsible for this girl losing her life, because had the system been doing its job and keeping these people behind those prison walls, not making any sorts of call, especially call, ordering all sorts of hit, because based on the latest information that is now out there, he was the one that called her, told her that she had some sorts of session, meaning studio session. She had some sorts of video SHOOT with the artist. That artist said him no know nothing about that. So people, young ladies out there, me just say, be very careful. Nobody is not going to do nothing for nothing. There is always stipulation, and that is why I say, whenever you dance with the devil, you are going to get FUCK. And this man is definitely the spawn of the devil, the son of Sam, meaning Satan. So that is one part. What is also weird or strange is the fact that this man there in the big yard, and him can get a couple of people to go watch this lady every move. If she go east, him have somebody up there. Him have somebody in the yard, a trailer, as if them are some sorts of private investigator. Based on information and conversation that I've had with the family members, the girl couldn't go nowhere. Every minute him a call to see where is her whereabouts, who she there wrong, which part she there, which part she a go. Him have to get a play-by-play. As if him has some sorts of coach of where she is, who she's with, when she's going where. Women out there, you're going to put up with all of this just because you want to get boss. Just because you want to get big in the music industry. So therefore, you pretty much have sold your soul to the devil. So we see said this man, he was a SHOT caller from behind the prison walls. He was a producer. Don't know what he's producing these music with, but people, you and I know that producer sometimes is executive producer. Them can't knock a drum, them can't tap a tambourine, them can't do nothing. However, the fact that them have money, they can employ or get people to do stuff, whether it is by brute force or monetary gain. People, me not really know. So at the end of the day, this girl was pretty much living in a delusional world. This girl was living a lie, because the family members knew that she had some sorts of boyfriend, knew that or assumed that the boyfriend was overseas, because I assumed that they could never meet him, or whenever him to meet her, there was some sorts of excuse because, like I said, he was behind the prison wall. So therefore, all the time, the family member was assuming, and as a matter of fact, she has a family member that always warned her. Maybe he knew more than most person did because he was an ex-popo. He presently lives overseas. Him always tell her, be careful. Him always see her look stressed out. Him always see her ball. Him always hear her complain. However, she stuck. She was stuck on STUPID because she stayed and she played a very DEADLY game. And whenever you play those games, it always comes back and it haunts you. And people, in this case, based on conversation that I've had with family members and also friends that are close, more than likely there will be no sorts of return for Medic. So the moral of the story in all of this is that these two persons were living a life of lie, living a very delusional life. And this is what they told their parents or her parents, her friends. However, I am sure somebody knew exactly what was going on, but nobody said anything because you understand, maybe it is fear. Maybe she told them, do not tell my mother or my father. Send me there with some sorts of star-cold criminal that has been locked up for the takeaway. Because let's face it, which mother wants to know that? However, sooner or later, the truth always comes to light. This also speaks about the culture in Jamaica, wherein the yes man culture, you can get people to watch people, and even worse, you can get people to go and take away somebody once the price is right, once that person have power. And very importantly in all of this, in your quest to boss, being a top artist, you can get your skull BUSS for messing with the wrong ego. Dance with the devil, you are always going to get FUCK. So when we analyze and assess the whole situation, this man locked up for about 11 years. This man have 14 more years to go. Based on information that I got, he won't be eligible till after 25 years. However, he want this lady to sit down and wait. Him want her to listen on the phone every time him call. Him want to keep tabs on her, want know which part she there, where, how, and with who. However, do you think if he had been out, he was going to be faithful? He was going to be loyal? One thing that I know about criminals and KILLERS that have no conscience, they have zero loyalty. They don't even trust themselves. So therefore, how can you trust them? He is a KILLER that got in his feelings. He was KILLING people when he was out and free. What says when he's locked up behind some prison wall with a bunch of BALLS, a bag of man, and him a getting him feelings, and people that are just like him. Birds of a feather flock together. The whole of the prison them attack, and I say, then I know say, if you give this girl the money, she go do this, she go do that. And whenever they have any sorts of conversation, they are always going to fill his head with negative thoughts. And that is because that is how they that is how they are preconditioned. It is in their natural instinct to be jealous, possessive, obsessive, and even evilous. MURDERERS. She just picked the wrong person, and that person pretty much picked her up and put her out of life. Simple and sad as that. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like this, Please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.